Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Nemanja Matic has announced he will leave Manchester United at the end of the season. Matic has 12 months left on his contract. Matic has been at Manchester United for over 4 years. Manchester United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017. Man United got him in a deal worth £40 million. Matic has made 122 appearances in the Premier League for Man United and he's scored 2 goals. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that he has been given his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder Man United have got at the moment. Like I've said to you, I've always had my reservations about Matic because he's always been a static midfielder, plus he's ageing up and all of that. So that's the news on Matic. So Erik ten Hag says Cristiano Ronaldo will not be part of his plans for next season. I said there's a very good chance that Ronaldo will be leaving Manchester United this summer. Don't forget, Ronaldo didn't get punished by Manchester United for appearing to smash an Everton fan's phone. You know, Merseyside police contacted the family of the 14-year-old autistic boy. Ronaldo apologised for the mobile phone incident at Everton. Ronaldo is the best player in the world overall. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for $20 million, with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt and his contract at Man United expires next year. There's an option of a further year. Ronaldo is the highest earner at Man United at the moment. He receives £500,000 or just under £500,000 a week. Since Ronaldo re-signed for Man United, he's scored 18 goals in all competitions. Erik ten Hag, he will be appointed as Manchester United's new manager at the end of this season. It said not so long ago that Man United will not advance with any transfers until they have finalised the deal for Erik ten Hag to become the next permanent manager. Ten Hag is on the brink of being confirmed as the new Man United manager. David Ornstein from The Athletic said not so long ago that Man United had reached an agreement in principle with Erik ten Hag to become the next permanent manager. Erik ten Hag will sign a 3-year contract. There's an option of a 4th year. And Man United are prepared to pay his release clause. Ten Hag's release clause is between 2 to 4 million. Ten Hag wants to bring his assistant Michel van der Gag with him to Manchester United. It also said the other week that Erik ten Hag wanted to bring Robin van Persie back to Old Trafford as part of his backroom staff. And there's quite a few players Ten Hag wants to bring. He wants to bring some Premier League players in, wants to bring, a couple of players from Ajax in. Ten Hag is going to get at least a £200 million transfer budget this summer. Ralph Rangnick, he's said a few times that he wants Erik Ten Hag to become Man United's next permanent manager. And a lot of Manchester United fans want to see him get recommended in. It would be good for Erik Ten Hag to come and experience the Premier League because he's not yet managed in the Premier League. Don't forget though, for such a long time, Mauricio Pochettino was relentlessly linked with the managerial role at Man United. Erik Ten Hag though will be Man United's 5th permanent manager since Ferguson. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. Even though Man United are not really known as a sacking football club, Man United sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Rangnick, he's Man United's interim manager at the moment. He's been the interim manager for over 3 months now. He's the interim manager till the end of this season. Then he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. He said if Rangnick begins a consultancy role, he will only work 6 days a month. And not so long ago, like I updated you, it said that the Austrian FA denied making an approach for Ralph Rangnick. Prior to that, it said that the Austrian FA wanted Rangnick as the new manager, and apparently Peter Shottle flew to Manchester and held talks with Rangnick. After the 1-0 defeat to Everton last weekend, Rangnick said it's going to be difficult for Man United to finish in the top 4. Earlier on this season, Rangnick said that Man United's aim for this season is to finish in the top 4. Before Man United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. He's enjoyed 1 transfer window at Man United. Unfortunately, Rangnick did not get backed in the January transfer window. Manchester United have not won a trophy since 2017, so we've not won a trophy for 5 years. That's nowhere near good enough to our standards. Man United have only won 4 trophies in the last 10 years. The last time Man United won the Premier League was back in 2013. In the last 10 years, Man United have spent over 1.3 billion. And we've brought over 40-odd players in since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. Let me put into the equation, none of this squad's Rangnick. He's been inheriting players who other managers have brought in. We've definitely got to get the Glazers out of the football club because they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. As you all know, Man United fans recently protested against the Glazers at the Carrington training ground. This is ahead of the game against Norwich tomorrow at Old Trafford. Revert back towards the end of last season, a lot of Man United fans protested against the Glazers at the Carrington training ground and at Old Trafford because at that time the Glazers were planning to scrap the Champions League for that European Super League. It was before the Liverpool game that towards the end of last season. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 17 years. The Glazers bought the club for 500 million back in 2005. A few weeks ago now, it said the Glazers were planning to demolish Old Trafford. It said Man United were looking to upgrade the stadium. It was good news from a Man United perspective that Woodward stepped down earlier on this year, because he was one of the biggest problems at the club for a long time. He was accountable for how poor our recruitment policy was and that. You know, Woodward was Man United's vice chairman for around 17 years. Earlier on this year, Richard Arnold replaced Ed Woodward as the new CEO. In the summer of this year, though, like I said, Man United are going to make signings. I think this summer we'll sign a midfielder, we need to sign a striker, and we also need a world-class centre-half. Like I said, you know, a lot of players are going to depart the club this summer. Up to 11 players could be leaving, so reflecting on that, Man United will raise funds. So this summer, I reckon Dean Henderson will be leaving. Dean Henderson is Man United's second choice keeper, you know, doesn't really get in goal, because last summer De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Dean Henderson has only made 3 appearances this season. Lee Grant, I'm expecting him to leave this summer. You know, Lee Grant is our 4th choice goalkeeper. Man United got Lee Grant, I think, from Stoke City, brought him in under Mourinho. Jones and Bailly, I think they're also going to be leaving this summer, because they don't really get in the team. They're backup centre-halves, aren't they? Jones and Bailly. Harry Maguire, I think there's a very good chance Man United will be selling him this summer. Not so long ago it said Harry Maguire's Man United future is in doubt. Man United are prepared to sell him. The other week Maguire got booed for England. He's not good enough to represent the club, and I can't understand how he's still captain. You know, a lot of United fans have been demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him, especially throughout the course of this season. Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive signing at the club. Maguire's been at Man United for over 2 years, and he's endured quite a few injuries since he came in. And Wan-Bissaka, I think we could sell him this summer, because he's not good enough. Well, defensively he's good, but the attacking side of his game is not good, Bissaka's. And plus he's not appeared to be our first choice right back under Rangnick. You know, Delors our first choice right back under Rangnick. Do you think Delors and Telles could leave this summer? Because they've been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation before. I don't think they'll leave this summer. I think they'll probably leave next year. Matic, like I said, he's leaving at the end of this season. Paul Pogba, very good chance he's leaving this summer. Pogba recently opened talks with PSG. Earlier on this season, the Manchester Evening News said that PSG made an offer to Paul Pogba. The Man United dressing room believe Pogba has gone, and even Wayne Rooney has backed Pogba to leave. Pogba is a good player when he wants to be. Not only that, he's an imperative player as well. Earlier on this season, Pogba was out with injury for a while. Well, he's endured quite a few injuries since he re-signed for the club, so you can say he's injury prone. Man United paid £89 million for Pogba, so he's the most expensive sign at the moment. This season's been Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and he's played over 200 games since he re-signed. Van der Beek and Martial, I think we could get rid of them permanently this summer. At the moment, Van der Beek's out on loan with Everton and Martial's out on loan with Sevilla. Lingard, I'm expecting him to leave this summer. Lingard should have left in January, but Man United blocked his exit. Lingard has been part of the club for a long time, came up our academy and that, but he doesn't really get in the team. Matic, I'm expecting him to leave as well this summer. He's out of contract in the summer. Matic has been at Manchester United for 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player, and Matic's had a good career at Man United. You know, like say Ronaldo, good chance he'll be leaving this summer. Edison Cavani, he'll leave this summer as well, more than likely. The last time I read up, it said Cavani was close to agreeing a move to Real Sociedad. You know, Cavani held talks with Real Sociedad. He's also been linked to a move to Brazil. Cavani's out of contract this summer. Man United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani's not available for Man United at the moment. He's out with injury. He's endured quite a few injuries since he signed. Marcus Rashford could leave Man United this summer because he's been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. There again, the other week it said Manchester United want Marcus Rashford to stay at the club this summer despite his wretched run of form. Earlier on this season, Rashford told his friends he wants to quit Man United. That was according to sources close to Football Insider. Fabrizio Romano said earlier on this season that Marcus Rashford was considering his future with Man United due to a lack of playing time. So there you go, and next year I'm expecting players to leave. You know, we've got quite a lot of players' contracts that expire next year. So Manchester United's next game is Norwich City at Old Trafford. It is tomorrow, 3 o'clock kickoff. I've already given you the preview for the game. You know, I am expecting Manchester United to win. Man United, don't forget, are coming into this game on the back of a 1-0 defeat to Everton. As for Norwich, you know, they are a very, very poor team. You know, the bottom of the league. You know, Norwich are obviously going to get relegated. Norwich did win their last game, though, against Burnley, 2-0. I do know quite a lot of the players that Norwich have got, like I mentioned on one of my recent videos. Obviously, they've got Teemu Pukki. He's Norwich's best player, you know. Pukki scores most of Norwich's goals. They've got Joshua Sargent. He's out with injury at the moment. Adam Ida. He won't be playing tomorrow because he's out with injury. They've got Jonathan Rowe. Milot Rashica. Christoph Zimmerman. They have him. Matthias Norman. Grant Hanley. Sam Byram. Ben Gibson, they've got him. Max Aarons, he's a very good left back. They've got Brandon Williams. Brandon Williams is on loan at Norwich from Manchester United. They've got Ozan Kabak. Kabak is out with injury at the moment. Kabak is out on loan with Norwich. Got Kenny McLean, Lucas Rupp. The goalkeepers Norwich have got. They've got Tim Krul, he's their first choice keeper. They've got Michael McGovern, John McCracken and Angus Gunn. So they are their goalkeepers. Let me put into the equation that Norwich lost Ben Godfrey. He went to Everton from Norwich, and Norwich did loan out Todd Cantwell to Bournemouth. The Norwich City manager, he's Dean Smith. Dean Smith got appointed in as the Norwich manager back in November last year. So he's been the Norwich manager now for around 5 months, or just over 5 months. He's got a contract with Norwich until 2024. Don't forget, earlier on this season, Dean Smith got sacked by Aston Villa. And obviously Villa replaced Dean Smith with Steven Gerrard. Before Dean Smith though, Norwich had Daniel Farke. They sacked him earlier on this season. You know, the last time Man United played Norwich at Old Trafford, Manchester United won 4-0. Man United on just beat Norwich at Carrow Road earlier on this season, 1-0. The goal came from a Cristiano Ronaldo penalty. Man United are missing 5 players for this game tomorrow. Rangnick, I think, has confirmed that. There's no Luke Shaw. I heard that he's out for around 4 to 5 weeks. There's no Fred. He's injured. He came off injured in the 1-0 defeat to Everton. There's no Cavani. He's still injured. Varane, he's injured. And Scott McTominay has got a knock. So anyway guys, on my next video, this is if I get time, I'll be giving you my predicted 11 for the game. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.